find their way through. Oh goodness me, straight in the 250 car. Oh goodness me, what a tremendous smash up this is happening. And this is all under the 3-lap rule of... And we will go to red, Mr. Starter. There's quite possibly some serious damage being done in those cars out there. We look for anyone who's looking to be in distress. So a number of cars there got away from the pit spends there, but oh, they're going to pile in once again now as they come round. But most of the cars managed to steer clear. Oh, and a few deliberately going in there as hard. Nevertheless, it's just happening now. The light contact board being shown to these drivers, and it's fast. It certainly is fast. Out there as 7-Eleven gets spun, Dave Crouch, and a cotchel of cars down there on to turn off the ignition. Meanwhile, Swifty gets back in the 739 car. So the car, so 788 then coming through to take the 3-lap board this time through for Ashley Reed, Mr. Starter. It's Mark Pope in second place in 426, then the 641 car of George Hill in third.
They do take their toll of the rubber wear. They're quite a heavy car, so that puts Tristan Matthews in with a better shout now. In fact, he's going to go into the lead position. Ouch, 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 ouch. And somebody, my goodness, so much for no contact in the first 3 laps. 711 in the middle of that little lot, Bob Farley. The speedway track with no place else to go, but it's 560, 5.3. So, lots of action, a little bit of dust starting to blow around. Mark Pope very nearly cops it from the 773 and 980 struggle. Love it, Jez Gibbs. And in fact, look at that, they total track blockage. It's a red flag situation. But at the moment, they have their own private DD going on, backing into the wall. Somewhat confusing, Ben Copper. Well, rather, I think he was pulling off at the time. I think Cecil was kind of a byproduct of that. Oh, the leader. Whoa, and over goes 737 on the little car has tripped up on the far side. Kevin Tapsell. Down the back stretch, 389 going like a glide down, red flag out, driver upside down on the orange. Almeida taken out by Paul Zade, he ends up with Terry Boy in the tyres, so straight up the wall goes the little orange Honda courtesy. He has a flat on the left front wheel, so that's put pay to George's charge there. A flat tyre on the left front and does not know about it. So John Creasy actually couldn't find 426 Mark Pope, Aldershot champion last year and a very, very regular contender here, going backwards across the line. 52, 583 Weeks gets stuck. 3 laps, all sorts of damage. Right, our leader then plows into the back marker, black car, just as he comes up to a lap down, and Collison and Keeping get together on the speedway track. I think that 168, Reese Keeping there trying to move onto the field. Now that's bad news for him, but nothing he couldn't overcome at this stage. 195 Clive Hervey it is from Leeds, from 323 Sam Rigby. Then it's 121 already out of the race, but just in case she does get going, 2 away. Oh, going piled into the stack down there, Danny Weeks. 728 goes in there hard too, and a whole bunch of cars piling in on the pit bend as one of the drivers scrambles for safety. Cars going all over the shop. 482 on the grass, so 482 will have to have a black flag, we fear. By the look of things, Ryan Cunningham's 736 past. Cunningham's going after him in the 736, and Ryan is the most dogged character you could wish to meet out there. He used to be very spectacular, right from his no driver in that one, so that makes it even worse. Conway goes in there and puts a stop to the Morphia. Round goes Dan Damon. Nobby getting a right good hammering on the back stretch, and he's up and he's over. So Dan Damon on his lead, it's a red flag. Around goes the 51 car, Cecil turns him out and loses a little bit of ground, but Phil Hampton still in there running 798.08. Crash into the pile goes George Morphy, and Peter Handler totally in second position and charging on. Third is 389 Louis Hazel, and that could be the crucial position. It could be terribly important to the Dreamers team. What happens with Louis? 531 is out and on the infield, and go by him, he runs straight into the boot of the 194 car. Pope traps him there. That's really, that wasn't the best of moves on. Already kind of 17 and anything solid out there.
Siitä se on hyvä aloittaa.
So there goes Simon Brown, backwards courtesy of Gary Roberts, getting overhauled by some of the faster cars. Gintini turned round. Alex is facing the wrong way in the traffic on the backstretch. Not a good place to... Oh, and 843 lashes on the aggro man, Scrapyard Dave. Dave's not going to go, not without a fight. Very nearly taken Conlon with. So George is hanging on there. Simon Brown and Bulchin are doing their very best to stop the leader. As 529 Conlon gets stuck on the third place. Round the pit bend. Oh my goodness, over goes the 193 car. And along at its side, the 199 turns it over. Red flag immediately for the rollover and back on his wheels. Currently running in fourth, the car smoking like the dickens as they come out of the pit bend. Very nearly in the wall goes Stephen. Now that lets Bob Davis back into the lead in 3:48. Nice one, says Bob, thank you very much indeed. Then some. Lee Pearce gets shoved off onto the infield. He manages to stay off the grass. They're all going to finish up in a big heap. Who's facing the wrong way? Paul Aylward in a heck of a problem going into the turn down the back straight, being scraped down the wall. James Radcliffe with Simon Berry not with us tonight. Around Bennett goes sideways. It's hard to spin those Novas, but I think Welton's going to do it, but he takes himself in the wall. Thank you very much, says Danny Wen, and into the lead he goes. Bang! Oh, there's a couple of big time hits, and as often as he can, usually goes home with at least one win. Let's see if he can do it in this one. Down the pit bend he comes. He's leading the championship at the moment. On paper, although Harvey Duval has probably devoured that lead already. Pete, oh dear, Bodger takes a big hit from the infield. Whack into the... that is probably, I suspect, Pete Osborne that just piled into the back of the parked cars there. He does like a good crash. I think that was young Pete. And we won't see the car again because it's kind of embedded now, so we can't check the number. But around...
Meanwhile on the back straights, a couple have come to standstill. 200 Black Cross, because I can't see him. But anyway, so it's getting towards halfway. 60, 51, and at the moment it's not looking too good for any of the front runners in the track championship. It's 5 next time. We've got a red flag, so red's out and showing with has gone in 4:26. It's not a good night for him so far. Terry went round. I'm not sure what 35 was doing, with quite possibly the worst pin plate I think we've ever seen, 5'10".
And certainly the 641 car capitalising on pole position. Then George Heath, oh goodness me, there's crashes already here on the centre green, and 200 Dean Archer has a bit of a combine. Mark Pope going strongly in 4:26 as the 64 car of Dave Lee, one car of James Watkins, and 271 it is up into fourth go next time through, Mr. Star. Oh, and the our points leader is gone then. Harvey Duval 417 finds himself in the wall down on the and 5 laps to go this time then for our race lead. That's the Hailsham Bench down there, and Harvey Duval, unfortunately from his point of view, is stranded down there now. And new leader in the shape of Nicky Jarvis in the 98 car. So we're just waiting for Nicky Jarvis to come through now. A number of cars in that particular sort of colours that have retired, but through goes 90 of Lee Young. So Lee, another driver there with bags of experience under his row, under the checkered flag now, and the battle for third. Oh goodness me! And it looks like George Heath in 641 takes the Oh, and he's done it all wrong. George Heath has gone. And the second car has gone as well. So 426, Mark Pope continues on his way, but Mark Pope turned round and takes another dig in that vulnerable passenger side, but he continues.
a post is Rob Gamble, and the number 8 gets T-boned completely. Gary Fitch goes sideways down the track. He's got cars, Spud included, I think. Laps next time for 426, Mr. Starter, and a pile-up with that involves 2 of the grey team and old scrap going on between Jack France and Ian Elms gets turned round. Gary Fitch gets taken into the edge earlier on. I think that leaves 860 Ashley Reed in the lead with 4720, 244 and 436. Harvey's in the pile-up down there along with 897, and Tom Farron manages to squeeze his way through. 737 gets put away. 91 Lee Herbert sticks a 737 car in there. 860, 722 crumbs they are coming left, right and centre. The leader involved in a shunt, but Robert is going to have to try and find his way through that track, which is now almost totally blocked. He nips through on the speedway perfectly, but to do that there are cars stacked up right across the track. And in goes another one. They're firing them in left, right and centre for the leader, and what's more, he then gets attacked by the back marker car behind him through to the lead. Thank that he manages to get through that one, and it's a red flag. A red flag. We have a problem with the driver. Put back into works. And he is. He's going to push him across the line. Thank you very much, Ian. That saved a whole lot of trouble. As long as he does. Oh, he did. He dumped him in the wall at the far end of the...
So the green flag falls and it's banger action all the way. Remember, in the local bangers, theoretically at least, it's 3 laps before any contact takes place. But these guys don't seem to have read the rule book. Everybody else gets going once again, apart from Nibs. And light contact only can take place, but a goodly entry of cars here as Cecil goes sharp. The purpley red and yellow car, 594, your race leader. So it's Alex Quintini then. It's car 976, that Robert Bestwick in the 976 car. That's on track for that one. And the tail end of Dino's car really causing some... The 2-lap board going out now to our race leader Quintini. So that was taking place early on in the race, and a little bit of smoke and steam erupting from the cars down the home straight, leading this one away. So there's a car looking up unless my eyes deceive me, it's Cecil in third position, 194. He's got the catching up for it. Oh, as the 710 car gets dispatched into the Armco over there. A bit of smoke now emanating from the engine, and it will be 5 to go for our car of Mark Pope in second place, and 5 to go for Cecil. Steve Anscombe, 194 there in third. 1, 2 and 3 as they go over the line. The pit's oh look, it's oh goodness, that was a hard one back into the Armco there for 714. The old blow on the tail end of one of the cars over there. Couldn't quite see the numbers of the cars involved. It's 450 now from 594. The silver car leads from the yellow car with the red stripe on. As through go the rest of us flying from it. But it's Quintini now who takes it up. We're losing visibility. And 556 in third position now. Keep them running if you can. Brilliant night from his point of view. A win in the first heat and a win Speedworth Motorsport Pace.
Laps before they get into full contact mode. Oh, Weaver already upside down and on his side rather in the little Nissan. He said he thought Evans is next. Then it's Ashley Reed and Hampton goes down the inside with 2 wheels. Oh, and Weevil cops one from 843 Bodger. Certainly latches onto and T-bones through while that was going on. Phil Hampton takes the lead and Louis goes round in revenge.
Number 10, number 10, no I can't believe we're still going again, are we?
Was treble 4, Marquez, for the top and third.
Between two cars, and there's a car in front of me. What a sharp look, so there's a way.
1A green flag, early drama on the entrance to the back straight, 187. Red, Mr. Starter. Good. Problems on the back straight for Gaz in 897 who gets spun, Gary Byrne. 911 goes past, Jess Gibbs. And there's a bit of a schmozzle developing on the entrance to the back straight, which was held up 62. And of course, runner up last time round. So through goes bad boy Liam, who's mixed with bangers and national bangers. .271 and 450. So they're the early pace setters. And we very nearly had a rollover for the yellow one down there, which is... and we've lost Keith Conwell in 529, so he's gone. And Harvey attacked by 450, so that's not roadworthy. James has gone in 271. So the Pope is clear in 426. Cecil is second in 194. And then Harvey in 417, 200. And then behind that 911, 4... drama away to our right, the scoreboard bend off, and 2-3-1, not convinced us. So, Harvey, remember, has had a black cross for an incident at the start. Here on the entrance to the home straight, they've all got hooked up, and that's rather blocked the way. They just about managed to avoid it. Black cross, 700 getting rammed, 701 going round here on the home straight. I'm not sure who the black cross was for, actually. We'll confirm who that was. 860. So it was just about all of them. You could say it's looking very tardy over there. And it's clear. A roll over nearly for one on the scoreboard bend, and it's the other one in the tardy teams. The rest are a long way back. 727 gets well over as he normally does. Oh, and there's a couple more gone flying in there, which include Ryan in 736. They've gone piling in on the turn. At the moment, all seems okay. I think there may be some kind of oil or something down there, because they've all gone absolutely steaming into the bend. George Heath is away. Louis Hazel goes in for a bit of the action as well. So here's the leader, who's in 736, wants another share of the action. And you can tell that he's a normal National Banger driver. So through they go then. We've lost Harry. 1 lap to go. 417, despite that black cross, is up to second. There's more involvement over there on turn 3 as they're going in all directions. If necessary, we'll take back, but there isn't an awful lot else still moving. So with that, the red flags go out to end the Rookie Banger Grand Final and to conclude proceedings here at Arlington.
Some obscure number plates here that we can't really read properly, but one we can read is 421. Nige Riley, another of the Bears. Slammed into the wall down the far end. The action already so he wisely slides over to the wall and lets he thinks Rob's going to go by, but Rob has other ideas. He's right. Leader having gone into meltdown mode and turning round on the pit. Down on lap 1, and what's more, getting pinned to the spun car by somebody following, not entirely helpful. It all kicks off on the Arlington turn just as one of the getting off his car. He's up, he's okay, but that shows that what a hazard it can be. That was the driver of car 48 there, Simon Clifford, having very close to the 294, gets a penalty too. Our eagle-eyed steward is not having any of that. 44 Bear turns around. Jamie Dinn back in the race. 521 Bear on the 2 Weevil in 3rd place. 4th, I think, must be Flip in 556, and then Skelly back out there. Oh, and a green's gone and they are all off, and nobody is taking any prisoners. There's a smack right into the big hard post by the pit gate. 550 turned around, 556 mixed up with Wiggy and Weevil. 44 getting a real big one off a Tricky and fired into the heap of cars in no uncertain terms, which is building up fast down on the pit turn. Carton is in there, 521 is in there, a whole bunch of other people mixed up as they often are. And there seems to be a fair old bit of corner cutting going on, unauthorised, but also a socking lot of action too. Round on the back stale there in 843, he's going okay and into place. 294, I think, is the Hughes to watch in this one. He's going rather well and moving up the places in his Jaguar. Leader coming round. No, is he not? Oh, and there. We have an addition over the other side. So into the lead goes 397, Andy Cullen. And Justin here for having us this weekend in the Whiz. Oh, very good. Giving up the bed to put up guests. You see, that's good old sus. Volvo. The Volvos seem to be sort of outweighing the Jaguars a little bit, and the various Granada. There are a Granada or two still to be found. Himself from the heap, back in car 528, 550. Not going to be too many people running in this one. Oh, yeah, I've got the old status quo Jack. After you've been to all the shops. 2 litre hot rods tomorrow. Lovely jubbly. Popey's just made his way up here, our itinerant banger wanderer, and so you're pointing, but I can't see nothing. Oh, I see. Get him down there. You want Mark Pope down there, do you? He wants to make you do the starting for this one. One of our regulars in the Arlington Championship, which is on next Saturday night, is another round in the ongoing right to the end. Various people out there with lots of scores to settle. It should be well lively next Saturday night, shouldn't it? Excellent. That's what we like to see. Coming down now. Jethro moving nicely as over on the back stretch. I think we've got... Not now. Down the back straight we get another spinner. Tom gets turned around by 27, Dale Hughes. And it looks as though Dale may... It would be a real feather in the cap of young Potter if he could finish in the top 3. If he could finish in the top 3 at the Ireland Championship tonight. He's probably going to give it his best shot, but he's got some challenges behind him. And only 5 cars on the lead lap now. It's Dale Hughes as another one ploughs in. 7 bells out of that car in the Toyota. He is now almost joined by 379, the Worm, who manages to escape past in his Volvo. Smiling, standing on it in 528. He can catch him up. That gap is very, very narrow, and Hughes ploughs with Ash Riley that he wishes to settle in his favour, and he ploughs him into the already parked car down. But 27 now aims for the gap, floors it through there. Jethro, on the other hand, he's had enough of all this, and thump.
Andy, correct, Andy.
Direction on the track. Well, obviously decided his direction will be that way. He'll be looking for the people who aren't in red, white and blue, and he manages to find, oh goodness gracious me, that's got to hurt, and that looks as though it's Chav getting the worst of the treatment there. That's Mr. Cullen getting a pounding. Andy from both sides. It looks like Noodle and his mate haven't quite finished with him. Oh, and another mate too. Oh, that's good. Good grief. No, they decided he's had it. So, let me see now. Thundering into the pack over there, puts paid to Bear 2. 28 Aussie is still on his way around with a cloud of sparks in the 28, but I think he's building up. Oh, red flags. We have a driver in trouble. He's wind for a second or two, but pounding in with a 9 blow. Now, everything went a bit quiet then when Shane 21 on the back. The big car really shortening Nutty's car by a fraction in the middle. It's 3-2-1, that pounds into the back of them. Shane.
Sparrow blows that nice. Let it dry out. Make it dirty then. Sure you try that.
Right, also in the around under 115. Once again, terrific turnout.
just to say North Strictly Movement racing by some tonight in 594. Drama ahead of the leader. He's having to be careful how he negotiates. There's still absolutely nothing between them. What an excellent finale we've got to our track championship season here at the Arlington Raceway as these two battle it out. It'll do well to finish. That's going to take some steering. 731 here on the home straight gets 6 Black Cross. Grimstead driver is not doing him too many favours. A black flag for 35 incidentally, and that's for a flat tyre, but once again he's held up at 594, and here comes 426 up the inside. Can he get through? They've gone all over the show. The big 2 litres who certainly give the fence a right pounding. Oh, roll over, red Mr. Starter, red flag straight away. Problems over there on turn 2. There's a rollover, and he looks like he might be about to win this as well. Billy's gone round in 305. Freddie Kinsella in straight 352 gets knocked from pillar to post as they go through here. The knocks and bangs continue to go. 229, 158, 618 and Cecil in 194. That's how we go then as they head down the... So away we go then. First act for the night for the National Bangers. How long does he give it then? 622 unfortunately is on the straight. Meanwhile, they're charging their way through here on the home straight with no worry of what they take with them, whether it's 319 or not. 33, yes. Who else thought the pace car wasn't going to get off? Right, here we go then, 15 laps of the raceway. It won't be the last attack that gets tonight. So Danny leads in 439. with the madness. Tim James and his Nissan Cleaver Estate. A similar machine for Maxium 182. Hey, those two. My goodness. So, 13 got absolutely thundered into the wall as 504 got after it. First ever time for the national banger, and it might be the last as well for Pee-wee. 267, which is the yellow beast by the scoreboards. And that was the goal. 705 flag of disqualification for that 267, and amazingly there's still quite a few going here. The bear got stuck in, he might wish he hadn't here on the home straight. He's all okay down here though. The bear's in a bit of a dodgy position, and I think there might be a few more going into this. On the home straight then they pile in. Any more? So in we go, 182 and 522. Those amazing looking Nissan Cleaver Estates are involved. It'll be 839 if he makes it. We're just checking on what's happening here on the home straight. 422 taking some advice. Who was off the floor, Ashley Riley, balancing up between the two. He might not be now. That's actually 4 now, so 4 this time. And that's got a new leader, 5'8". To the pit gate, 504 is on the prowl. And that certainly said about his man. He did his process of elimination here. 598 and 421 said about each other here on the home straight. mayhem commence as the national bangers go into stride. Gazza very nearly went with a capital M as we let them loose once again. We're on lap number 2 and the early leader amidst the carnage. 61, Alex. So absolute mayhem wherever you look. Still keeping half an eye on 33, also keeping an eye on the scoreboard, Ben, where Magsy's gone in at full pelt. And I get the feeling there might be a few more joining in that. The machine has come to a halt. That back end looks exceptionally vulnerable. So the leader is 20 cent. Meanwhile, more heading towards the scoreboard. And I think it was Lee Gibbs' early firework display from 721. Lead the restart. Sure that the way is clear, and then we'll be very quickly on with a restart. Told you I've got some catching up to do. So 27 then. Dale Hughes, well, there you go, Mr. Starter. Perhaps it's been proved wrong as Dale gets turned around there. Real surprise. Now what awaits, I suggest, carnage as the way begins to look suspiciously blocked down here. Now I'm not actually convinced anyone got past, did they? Just 379.80 Clifton. So 379, 421's got 79 and 27. And despite the fact that 27 got taken aside, he lost no ground whatsoever. So more carnage here as they jump ship here on the home straight, and who can blame them? 439, Danny Sutton jumps out. And for exactly they're going to do in the closing stages here. Danny Sutton's car gets another ramming along with Rob Farrington's. They're out of their machines. So the track is now blocked. 27 decides to do something about it, and fair play to him. Gets the way through, and that's the way to do it. 785 is one coming back the other way. Will he see him? No, he's missed him. 27 of carnage commenced. Some vulnerable looking machines around the circuit. There's a heavy Benzie for 172. Really goes flying in. And there he goes flying in. And at the moment we're struggling to get anyone on the lap sheet, so I'm not convinced it's going to be 15 laps.
Is that metal there?
So mayhem over by the scoreboards. What chance of... There is a little bit going on over on the exit of the Howsham Bend. So the leader is Bodger and 8 to about 4. The leader's in trouble at Carnage. Meanwhile, Bodger, I think, has well and truly been sorted. If he can get moving from 3, still moves of sorts. There'll be 5 laps. So
as the heats go on. Big crash on the pit stall, a big double rollover of 717.